Ruchi Sharma, the Assistant Professor at Biyani Group of Colleges, and today on behalf of GuruKPO.com, today here I am to discuss on the topic topic strategic management. This is a basic topic which is which is used in the organizations. So strategic management is something where you make different strategies, tactics to overcome your whatever to overcome and to get your business done and to achieve the organization goals more effectively. Fine. So basically, what is strategic management? Strategic management is concerned with making decisions about the organization's future and effectively implementing those decisions. Strategic management is making strategies and managing those strategies, creating it in the form of for your organization, and then implementing those strategies in such an effective manner that you get beneficial of those strategies. Fine. So basically, it is the nature or the characteristics we can say of strategic management are something. It is long-term issues. Strategic management is done because strategic management is something which is the goal-oriented process. Fine. Which are made for the long run, long period of time. When you make strategies for long period of time, that means it is going to cope up with the issues which will be coming in the long term prospect. Fine. That's why it is the long term, for the long term issues. Then the other one is competitive advantage. Guys, competitive advantage means what? That competitive advantage is something, the strategies which you have made are such a kind of strategies which the other organization don't have. Fine. You are taking the strategic advantage by your whatever things or whatever tactics you are applying on your projects or on your management or on your business, which are giving you the even more benefits in that particular area that others are of course not getting. Okay, so that is known as the competitive advantage. The next one is impact on operations. Impact on operations means that strategic management which you are doing or the strategies which you are making in your organization are going to affect your operations department. How come? Because when you are making your strategies in the operations department, the people who are working or the employees who are working, they will be working according to as per to the strategies which you have made. Okay? So they will be working, in this what will be happening, their salaries will be increased if they are working good, your revenue will be increased because they will be working that efficiently which you have made your strategies. Fine. Next one is uncertain and future oriented. Fine. How uncertain? Because you can't predict your future of your organization. Fine. What will be the future perspectives, what will be the future demand, what will be the future scenario for your organization, for your product which you are producing. So it is uncertain in the way, because you can't predict your future, right? So uncertain because it is future oriented. Okay. So future oriented means when it is you are making strategies are always made for the long run. Strategies are something which you are making for 5-year plan or 2-year plan or 10-year plan in such a way. They are making it for the long period of time. So when you make for long period of time, then you will be getting the result after those 5 years or so. Fine. So what are you going to do? It is uncertain and a kind of goal oriented process. Then we have it is complex. How complex? Because in organizations when you are working with the strategies, many times it happens when the managers don't understand what is getting into the market or what is going on in the scenario. Okay, so it gets difficult to understand or to to understand the scenario, and they are not able to get or cope up with the environment. Fine. So that time it turns up complex because it is long term and it is quite difficult to understand. Then we have long term implication. As we have already discussed, it is strategies are always made for the long run and they are implemented for the long term or the long run. Then we have facilitated strategy implementation. Ultimately, when you do proper strategic management, at that point of time you just implement your strategies in the much better way. Okay, so now understanding the nature and the meaning of strategic management, we have now its objectives. So what are the objectives of strategic management? Rapidly changing business environment. Why strategic management is required in the organization? Because nowadays the environment in your business field is rapidly changing as fast as anything. So in this changing environment, what do you need? Your organization needs to be, because now we have such a competition in the market that it is hardly possible to survive if you have nothing different from others. So to survive into this competitive market, you need to have different strategies which are different or unique from the other strategies. So strategic management is required in each and every organization just because there is rapidly business change in the environment. The next one is establishes guidelines. Establishes guidelines means when you have a proper segment, when you have proper department who is handling your strategic management decisions, or analysts are there who are making their strategies. So what they do, they prepare a proper format, they prepare a proper area that this is the way you need to work, this is the way, these are the areas, this work is done by these people. So what happens is establishes the guidelines, the way you need to work, the way your employees need to work, so your employees doesn't sit idle when they are working. So because why? Because they are having the work which is already guided to them. Fine. Then we have systematic decisions. Systematic decisions means now when everything is planned, and an overall, paperwork is done, now what? They need to just systematic decisions are supposed to be taken. So when planned things are there, so things gets easier. Then we have research and development. It is basically the research and development because the main objective of strategic management is to research. Why? Because they are researching new things, new strategies just to increase their benefits, just to increase their profits. They just every day they try to make different strategies, different products, different innovations in their products in the way so that they can be different from the other one. Next is resource allocation. Resource allocation means whatever resources your organization is having, the people who are making strategies, they try to allocate those resources in a proper manner, at the proper place, at the proper time, so that they gets fruitful to you. So now after objectives, we have the process of strategic management, how the strategic management is planned, how the strategies are made, how they are implemented, how they are evaluated. So all these topics we are going to discuss in this program. So what is the process of strategic management? First you need to analyze the environment, analyzing, formulating, implementation, and then evaluation and control. Number one is environmental scanning. So before making the strategies, what do? You scan the environment, and everything is to be scanned, need to be understood, and then you come to know that what are the areas where you need to develop or make your new strategies. That is, so what is the thing? You need to analyze, you need to scan the external environment as well as the internal environment. While scanning the external environment, you search out the opportunities and threats which are available in the external environment. Fine. What? The opportunities and threats. What all are the opportunities which can grab from the environment? So you make strategies as per to that area, and then the threats which you are having in the environment. So you need to cope up with those threats and make strategies how to cope up those threats. Then we scan the internal environment. Internal environment means your strengths and the weaknesses. So what are the strengths? You need to work over it. You need to utilize all those strengths, and weaknesses, you need to overcome those weaknesses in the way. Then you make strategies to overcome those weaknesses. Number two, we have strategy formulation. After you have scanned the environment, after you have scanned the entire internal and the external environment, what do? You need to formulate the strategies. How? Formulate in the way vision, mission, goals, objectives, and policies. What is a vision? Vision is a long-term goal which is made for the long term, say for example like 5 years plan or such a way, 5 years or more. Fine. Vision is something where you see yourself after 5 years. Fine. Mission is shorter than a vision, and missions are made to accomplish the vision. Then simple, they have vision, then mission are shorter than of the vision. Then we have goals which are more smaller objectives, like they are made for the 1 or 2 year, and like where they are working regular. So you make goals that you need to work, you need to accomplish this work in this 3 months or 4 months. These are known as the goals. Then we have objectives. Objectives are very small kind of objects, like so common, a single project or a work for 10 days, 20 days, which you need to overcome that work or objective. You need to get this opportunity, you need to overcome these all things. These are considered to be the objectives. Then we have the policies. Policies are something which your organization make, that policies which you are working on, the way you will work, the way you will want. So all these things are considered in the formulation. Then we have strategic implementation. Implementation means where you implement, how to implement like programs or budgets in the way. The programs which you have to be conducted and the way you need to work, and then we have the budgets. Budgets means what budget you are going to take, what budget you are going to decide for your strategy making and your work which you are doing. Then we have the evaluation and control. Evaluation control is the last step, which means after you implement the strategy, then you need to control over it. You control the performance, you control the feedback. You control the performance means if there is something wrong into your performance, you need to get it done, get it rectified. And then your feedback, after getting your performance done, you need to take the feedback from your customer that are you working in a proper way or not. Fine. So this is the process of your strategic management. Number one is environmental scanning, strategy formulation, implementation, evaluation and control. So thank you so much. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel.